Well, happy Memorial Day, folks. We hope you have a great day tomorrow with family and friends as we celebrate those who have laid down their lives for us. You may not know the origins of Memorial Day. It started in 1868 by a Union Army general named General Logan in Decatur, Illinois. He declared it to be a holiday, called it Decoration Day. But a lot of people don't know that the freed slaves had already begun such a day. On May 1st, in 1865, the same year the war was over, they didn't wait around, was a day of celebration in Charleston, South Carolina. 10,000 people, mostly former slaves, led by 2,800 children, had a parade down the streets, singing freedom songs and celebrating the lives of 257 Union soldiers. This picture is a plaque that you can see there at a place called Hampton Park at the Washington Race Course. It had been a place where the wealthy would go and enjoy fellowship and race horses. But during the war, it had become a prison camp, and they had buried hundreds of soldiers in mass graves. It was just a mess. And so in appreciation for their freedom, black men, over the course of 2 weeks, dug up 257 bodies and gave each person a proper burial. It was a function of some African American churches in the area at that time. Gave them each a proper burial. At the end of that 2 weeks, they had a parade down the street, celebrating their freedom and celebrating the lives and honoring them. Here is one picture of the graves. It's in our National Archives. You can see the graves there. They're no longer there. The bodies were later dug up again and hauled to different parts of the country. I'm not sure if people identified who the remains were, but they were moved on, and Charleston has taken over the area again and made it a beautiful park and seemingly expunged this part of history. But Dr. Blight, in his book and his research, through newspapers at that time, discovered that this had been done. Here is the location that they called Martyrs of the Race Course. The former slaves had put a fence around the 257 graves, and here's a pencil drawing that's also in our National Archives, and it's called Martyrs of the Race Course. So, there you have it. Now, some would disagree and say, oh, that's not the origin of Memorial Day, but I dare say it is, and I dare say we may not have Memorial Day today were it not for the freed slaves. Because on the following Decoration Days after 1868, the Southerners were not real excited about decorating the graves of their enemies in their area. And so it was the freed slaves all over the country that would visit the graves of Union soldiers, and to show their love and appreciation and thankfulness would decorate those graves. Spend a whole day doing it. So there you have it. That is the roots of Memorial Day.